What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Virzi Effect podcast show. I got to fix myself here. This is a special show. There we go. The Virzi Effect podcast show. My name is Paul Virzi, and you guys are listening to episode number 600. Okay? Now, I started this thing on my bed in 2000 and whatever, 11 or 12, doing 20 minutes, nobody listening. And then I just made it a habit to keep doing it, to work the muscle back then. Then I got some fans. Then I started to tour, got some more fans. Then the audio was doing good. And I never really thought about doing video. Then pandemic happened. I created this studio, started to do video. And then it got a little better, and I kept doing it, and I love doing it, and I love talking to the fans. Then we got into studio in New York City. It got even bigger. We're getting some sponsors, and it's just something that I've always done. The one thing is about the Virzi Effect is this is my show. I love doing my other podcasts. I love doing Anything Better, doing sports picks with Bill Burr. I love doing Bone to Pick with Bobby Kelly. It's one of the hottest new podcasts out, and it's some of the most fun I've ever had. But the Virzi Effect is me talking to you guys and in studio with a guest. And I was supposed to have a guest on this show. I was supposed to have Tom Green. Tom Green, the great Tom Green, the GOAT, the one who started all this before all of us. But Tom had to go back to Canada, and we are going to reschedule. Tom's going to be on the show sometime after winter in March or April. He will be on the show. I love Tom. I love talking to Tom. Then I was like, what am I going to do about a guest? And then I realized something. And what I realized was I've had a big guest for every milestone episode, from 100 to 200, 300, 400, 500, and so on, or whatever. And I'm like, let's make 600 just me. So I am the special guest on my own show of episode 600. I was like, should I get somebody else? Should I get somebody in the studio? Then I'm like, I'm not forcing shit. I had Tom Green for episode 600, and it didn't work out. And I'm just going to do what I do and talk to you guys. All right. Let me just make sure the microphone's working. And everything is working. Okay. Everything is working. You guys could see me. It is Wednesday. This will be out right away. But this is the 600th time that I've turned on a microphone and talked into it. And a lot has happened since then. There's been a lot of shows. There's been a lot of tour dates. There's been multiple specials. There's been an album. There's been more people showing up to comedy clubs. And I am really enjoying this journey. Even the ups and downs of this. I never thought in my wildest dreams, when I was 21 years old and I did an open mic in Woodstock, New York, did I ever think that I would be sitting here, 23 years later, or whatever it is, almost 24 years later from the first time I ever touched a microphone, getting as far as I have. Now, believe me, I know that I got a lot of work to do and I want to get a lot further. But I could truly say that living my dream has been amazing. It's been humbling. Dreams come true. Okay. God is great, and all of those things. And it just seems like just another great chapter, and we're going to keep pushing forward. And I got to tell you, the ups and downs of this business are so funny. You know, one door closes, another opens. One day they want you, the next day they don't, then they do again. And there's only one thing that's consistent. And the one thing that's consistent has got to be yourself and your fans. And you guys have been consistent. If you're listening to this right now, you're the reason. You're the reason people come up to me after shows. You're the reason people even come to the shows. You guys are the reason for all of this shit. And I am so grateful for you. Even the people that take the time to hate on me, even the people that go, fuck you, I don't like this and that, man, thank you for paying attention and listening, and thank you for driving me, because your hate and your trolling ass, I must be doing something to you to make you take that time. Like Tiffany Haddish said, if somebody's going to take time to hate, maybe they don't necessarily fully hate. So doing this for the 600th time, I know I've talked a lot of shit. I know I've probably repeated myself. I know I've been funny. I know sometimes it's not been funny and everything in between. But today, I'm going to give you the 600th episode. Just, I'm taking it all on my back, everybody. It's me and it's you. So like I've said before, sit back, relax. Maybe I'll have a little guest come on at the end. I'll see. Maybe I could try to do something like that. But I don't know. Sit back, relax, wherever you may be, in your car, at work, in the gym, on the treadmill, or at home, sitting down. It will be me and you for the next little bit. And we're going to talk a little bit of shit. Now, a lot of people are obviously asking me one big question this week. And I'm sure you guys can guess what the question this week is. Make sure the mute button is not. Make sure this shit is in. All right. The one thing people are asking me, and I know you guys know what it is. You guys see that NFL team logo on top of my door. That is a New York Giants logo, of course. And everybody is asking me, Paul, what do you think about Tommy DeVito? What's up with Tommy Cutlets? What's going on with this? What's going on with this guy's family? His dad looks like a mob boss. And I will tell you something. I love what he's doing. I love that he's won 3 games in a row. I love that we're going to, mid-December and we're still playing meaningful football after the horrible start we had. I love that our chances for a wild card, although very low, are still there. What I don't like is how his agent looks like a fucking clown who's wearing a Halloween costume. I thought it was ridiculous. I think that it actually hurts Tommy DeVito having a guy walking around looking like that. That looks like he went into like Spirit Halloween or Party City and it just said like overly Italian outfit and you just rip it out of the plastic with a fake chain and a black fedora. I mean, it looks ridiculous. All right. So people were like, oh, come on, it's fun. It's fun until that guy starts doing interviews, which he's doing now. That guy's doing fucking interviews. That guy is going on TV shows talking. That's not good for Tommy DeVito. And can you have your guy, you're going to walk in a meeting like that? You guys got to be professional. I had a comedy manager once, sloppy, fucking, a couple times, just walking, not dressed right. And it's like they're representing you. So Tommy DeVito, I love what you're doing. The agent thing is rough, dude. I mean, I saw that and it was like funny for a second. And then I'm like, wait a minute, this isn't a joke. It looked like his bookie. It looked like his neighbor he grew up with now became his bookie and he's just loyal to him and keeping him there. I mean, I don't even know what to say about this kid. It's really kind of unacceptable. What is this? Hold on a second. Shit. What is this? Get there. Dude, I'm sorry. I mean, I'm doing a I don't do this is nuts. All right. Anyway, so the Tommy DeVito thing. Now I will say I'm not even cutting that out. This is real time shit. I will say that the passing looks good. The touchdown throw in the end zone to Isaiah Hodgkins in the corner on the run with the guy chasing him. It was an unbelievable throw to go down after that unbelievable Saquon fumble, which I still think that that's not a fumble. I think that his momentum stopped, even though later, well, I don't know. Here's what I'm going to say. When you're running with the football and they grab you by the ankles and it alters your running, and then you ultimately fall because of that, I think that that's a tackle. Because Saquon is so athletic and he tried to stay on his feet, he stayed on his feet for like another 7 yards and fell, and then nobody touched him. The ball came out, and Green Bay takes it and starts running down. I get that, but, and this is like whatever. The Giants still won the game, so I'm not trying to, it's not sour grapes or anything. I'm just saying it's weird to me that he's still falling from the initial ankle tackle and goes down a few yards after, but he's so athletic, it looked like he kept his feet. I don't know. But after that happens, it's devastating to Giant fans because we're playing a good game. We're beating them all game. Looks like our defense is playing better than any other unit on the field, either team. And then they go up by 1 with a field goal. And then Tommy comes down and he throws to Robinson, and we get in field goal range and win the game. So that was awesome. All of this stuff is awesome. Now, here's where I'm going to get a little serious. And here's where people, especially in New York, need to calm the fuck down. I know a lot of you aren't going to agree with this. I know a lot of you aren't. It's funny how now I'm using my hands so much as I'm talking about Tommy DeVito. It's in my blood. I can't help it. This idea that he's the automatic starter and that Daniel Jones doesn't have a job, it's so short-sighted to me, and it's so crazy to me, and I'm going to tell you why. And New York fans have a tendency to do this, but they don't remember. They just go, we lost. Daniel Jones sucks. He got sacked 8 times. First of all, he got sacked because he didn't have a line. We also didn't bring back Justin Pugh during that time. He also didn't have Saquon, who's a big part of what the offense does, including blocking and other teams' defensive schemes. So that was against Daniel Jones. He was running for his life. He did not even have 2.5 seconds before somebody was on his back, especially in the San Fran and Dallas game. All right. Now people could say, oh, well, Tyrod Taylor did better. Well, they made some adjustments with Tyrod Taylor. All right. And I don't think that Daniel Jones got a fair shake with the offensive line or with health of his players at the beginning of this year. I also think New York fans are very quick to forget that Daniel Jones made us 9-8 last year. And when we played a road playoff game, he was immaculate in the playoffs against Minnesota, a team that won 13 games. Very quick to forget that. Very quick to forget that Daniel Jones is a reason why with his legs and some of his throws. Then people are going, Daniel Jones never threw the ball like Tommy DeVito. Oh, he didn't? Why don't you go back and look at some of the throws he had in that Minnesota game in the playoffs? Go look at that. Go look at some of the throws Daniel Jones made. Now, I'm not saying that Daniel Jones is the end-all be-all for the Giants, and it needs to be that. I'm not going to say that, okay? But what I'm going to say is when a guy like Tommy DeVito comes in, and I get it, it's the Jersey thing, it's the hometown thing. He is a good kid. He's a very patient, calm kid, which I like. But you can't let a guy play a few games in the NFL against the Commanders, against the Patriots now. Granted, those are NFL teams, so you can't be like, those teams suck. Because I believe if you're a pro and you're in the NFL, you're a good team. Because they could have said, oh, the Texans suck, but look what happened. One player changed everything. So I'm not going to take that away, the record or who he played. But it's only a small sample size. All right? He's also been sacked a lot. Now, I need to see what Tommy DeVito does against Philadelphia. I need to see what Tommy DeVito does against San Francisco. I need to see what he does against Dallas. All right? When a fucking defensive line is all over you all game, can you step out of the pocket, run for some yards? Can you stay in the pocket, throw a dime, all that stuff? That's all I'm saying. But these guys go, oh, get the fuck out of here. Give me your sausage and pick Tommy Cutledge. He's the franchise. You don't know football. You don't know football yet. Okay, Tua Tagovailoa or Tungaloa, however the fuck you say the name, Tua needed like 30 starts because he kept getting injured. Things kept happening. They're like, I don't think he's the guy. And then all of a sudden you gave him weapons and you protected him. And then he became the guy in Miami. All right. A guy needs a big sample size. In the NFL, you need a couple of seasons without injury and without your big dogs injured. I know that that's hard, but you can't throw a guy in a game, no offensive line, no weapons. He's running for his life for he doesn't have 2 seconds. And they're going, this isn't the guy. So I do think that Tommy DeVito is really good. I think he'd be a really good backup, and I think he has a chance to be a really good starter. But to say it now is nuts. I will say his father and mother look hilarious. They look exactly how they should look. The agent drives me nuts. The agent looks like he's trying to be, and they're like, no, that was always him. That's kind of his thing. If I walked into a room of agents, okay, and I saw all regular dressed agents, and then I saw that guy, I would be like, fuck that. That guy is not my agent. Period. That guy is not my agent. I can't. I'd be like, dude, is this a joke? Are you fucking with me? Because if you're fucking with me trying to make me laugh and we have a conversation and you're like, yeah, dude, I can't believe I did this and it worked. Great. But if like that's your attire, nah. Just you can't. I mean, what do we? Your agent is in the stands with an Italian horn hanging over a black turtleneck going like this with his fucking hands, and that guy's representing me. That's the guy that I want to get me multi millions. I mean, I don't know. I know some of you are like, Paul, it's hilarious, dude. You're being a buzzkill. No. At some level, you got to be professional. Somewhere, you got to have some kind of, So that's all that I'll say about that. But I do love the fact that we are where we are. I do love that we're using this Wan'Dale Robinson kid better. I do like that Saquon has been good. I think he's been the best back in the league since week 6, statistically, since he's come back. So those are all good things. Those are all good, positive things. And we live to see another day. If we beat New Orleans, we win that game against the Saints. And then we have to, look, the Giants need to win 3 of their last 4 to have a chance to get in a wild card. We got to win 3 of the last 4. But at least we're talking about that. And then watch, we end up losing everything and the fucking best pick. We're going to lose Marvin Harrison, all these quarterbacks. We're going to have like some fucking, whatever. But who knows? But that's the one thing that I needed to talk about. There is something about New York fans that drive me nuts, where they're just like, what are you talking about? It's fucking Tommy Cutlets. Like, they'd rather have a t-shirt that said Tommy Cutlets and have him the starter than like have somebody that like really has I get it. It's great. It's fun. Look, who's more Italian? Well, there's a lot of people more Italian than me, but who loves an Italian more than me? Okay. Where do you think my love for white leather comes from? Italian. All right. I love chicken cutlets. I love the New York Football Giants. I mean, all of these things are aligned for me. I just need to see more. That's all I'm saying. I just need to see a little bit more instead of this. Oh my God, we have our franchise. I mean, I heard somebody go, we have our franchise quarterback because the kid's Italian and he's, I will say this though, when Tommy talks, I like it. When he talks, he's like very calm. He's like, did you see that interview? He's like, yeah, man, I've been doing this since I'm 5 years old. I just love playing football. I'm just out here having fun. He's like, I missed that one pass. He's remembering the one mistake he made. That sounds like something that a great quarterback would say. So I like what I'm seeing. We just need to tone it down. Keep putting the camera. I'd rather see his parents and his family than Taylor Swift at the Chiefs. Enough. Okay, I don't need to see Taylor Swift clap and go, let's go, and hug somebody in her entourage going, let's go, let's fucking go. We get it, Taylor. You're cool and you're down with the young lingo. Let's fucking go. It's like, what do we get it. You're not that big of a football fan. Let's not get crazy. You're going to be running around in glitter in some fucking, NFL stadium the other day, screaming about a guy that cheated on you. And you, so come on. I don't need to see, I will see Tommy Cutlet's dad go, that's our 4th and 3rd play. That's what I want to see. I love that shit. That's the thing. When his dad, that's your 4th and 3rd and 3 play or whatever he said was great. It really was great. And I know I do a football show. We do anything better. Me, Burr, Themless, Jake the Snake. We're not going to get into it as much as I could get into it here on the Virzi Effect. But it is cool to talk Giants, episode 600, to talk Tommy DeVito, Tommy Cutlets. It is a good thing. Let's just see what happens. It's going to be funny if the Giants win the next 2. I'll be like, no, his agent is fine. His agent, I get it. It's just part of a funny thing. I love his agent. I hope I'm going to get him on the show. What'd you guys do if I got him on the show? I just apologized to him. I'm like, look, dude, I'm sorry. I was making funny. I said it was a Halloween costume. You looked ridiculous. I don't know what to tell you. But no, that's that's where I'm at with the Tommy DeVito talk. And the coaches seem to like him. When I saw Daboll, hugging him and doing all that, the Giants are going to do just enough to lose every great draft pick and not make the playoffs. That was the Nick fan in me. Anyway, let's get off of sports. Let's talk about some other things. Now, I'm going to get a little heavy here because I think something's happening in comedy. And I don't know how to say this without causing any controversy. All right. Hold on. I got another thing. Who's this now? Does somebody want to? Okay. All right. I gotta do something tonight. I just found out. What the hell was I going to say to you guys? Yes. I think that there's something going on in comedy and I think it's going to be exposed a little bit, but I think people are cutting corners. I think people are not all doing the right thing, and I think it's going to come out. And when I say that, I mean ideas, people are, I can't use names here, but I'm going to say that I think people are just, I think there's so much saturation in comedy. I think so many people in comedy are um doing this now through TikTok and YouTube and all kinds of things like that, that they're getting on stage. And I just think that there's people that are doing great, which is awesome, but you also have to make sure that all the content is, you know, authentic to you. And I'm not saying that people are out there blatantly stealing, but I think you're going to see a lot of overlapping, and you're going to see like adjusting ideas. And it's just something that needs to be watched, because the one thing about so many people doing comedy or is just that there's only so many ideas. That's why the best comedy is probably what's true to you, but it's not a hating thing. You know, if I went up to a guy tonight and I saw him and he was selling tickets in arenas because of TikTok, I'd be like, God bless you for helping out your family. But it also needs to be like, you know, what's unique to you. That's all. And it's a tough thing. People always go, "What do you think of all these comics coming out?" It's like, great, great. Doesn't affect me. Just don't talk about my shit. You know, don't talk about the things that I talk about. And I think that that's starting to happen. I think you're going to start hearing about that, just because there's so much out there. Um, Almost like, not how could it not, but you know, it's going to be tough. And if it's unintentional, it's one thing, but if it's not, then it's another thing. So I'm going to leave it at that. I'm just going to leave it at that. I don't want to get too heavy into it. This is a positive episode. Speaking of positive, thank everybody who's buying tickets for the Gramercy. If you haven't, I know that there was some expensive tickets up front, and we adjusted that, because I don't care that it's New Year's, and you know, we just adjusted it. So get in there, get in the building. New Year's Eve, it's great. Also, Chicago's almost sold out, so thank you guys for that. And yeah, there's a lot of awesome shows coming up. Go to paulvirzi.com. They're adding something, and today it got announced that I will be doing my own show in Los Angeles, headlining the Troubadour, May 10th for the Las Vegas. Jesus, I'm thinking about the Super Bowl too. I am going to the Super Bowl. For the Los Angeles, Netflix is a Joke Festival in Los Angeles. I'm at the Troubadour, May 10th. So get your tickets to that. It just got announced, and it's an honor to be with all of those amazing comedians on those shows in Los Angeles that week, all over the place. I think it's May 2nd to May 12th. And my show is on the 10th at the Troubadour. So all of that stuff is great. New Year's is going to be great, a lot of fun. So thank you guys for all of that. It's funny because people are like, you never come out to LA. What the fuck? You never on the West Coast. And now I'm out there a lot. So show up. And the Troubadour is a rock and roll, legendary rock venue, one of the most famous rock venues in Hollywood. So bring your Coke. No, I'm kidding. But come to the come to the show. They would be like, oh, Paulie White knows. I don't do that stuff. I do not do cocaine. Okay. Paulie likes a little cocktail every once in a while. And I'm not going to lie, these diet smoke gummies help me sleep and relax me. So there you go. All right, guys. Had to take care of something, but here I am. I am back. Paul Virzi, episode 600, dealing with some stuff. But yeah, I am home, and I got a text message, had to deal with something. And now I am back. All right, what do? We talked about, I'm going to have a guest come on here. I'm going to have a guest come on. Surprise guest, friend of mine. I'll give you a hint. He is on one of the biggest streaming shows out there. They're on a hiatus right now, but they are coming back, and he is a very funny part of the show. So he will jump on here for episode 600, and we will talk a little shit with him. He's a good friend. We're working on a project together. So all that stuff. Oh, look what's sitting on my desk here. Look at this. Night at the Stand, old disc. This thing was #1 on iTunes, #4 on Billboard's Top 100. Never forget that. I also want to say rest in peace to Kenny DeForest, who I just found out of his untimely passing, and a very, very funny comedian, nice guy. Met him briefly, but it was all great, and just tragedy. So my heart goes out to him and his family, and thoughts and prayers and my condolences. I hate hearing things like that. But the nice thing is his legacy through his comedy and all the great stuff that he did lives on. And that's all you could really, really do, say, think about. So just horrible. I hate hearing things like that. Um, you know, it's like it's wild, man, how, you know, these these things just happen and you're just going like, ah, fuck, man, what the hell? So anyway, I don't mean to bring the show down or anything like that, but I just hate hearing things like that, and it really sucks. So we're gonna get back on a positive note here, guys. I am trying to lose weight. I'm eating better. Okay, I cut down the drinking again. I not eating 3 meals a day. I was told that that's good. I was told that that's bad, but I feel better. I'm eating like 2 meals a day. One is light. And yeah, going to the track, walking a ton, getting some runs in, trying to keep up my Planet Fitness membership, which I've been to Planet Fitness since October of 2016. I've been to Planet Fitness less than 10 times, but 5 or 6 of those times were this year. So a little better. And I keep giving them the money. You know, I don't do the weights. I don't do all that stuff, but I am trying to just trying to be good, man. Somebody was like, "Well, what's your New Year's resolution?" My New Year's resolution is to just not not go back into the cycle of the same thing that you do when you get in shape. A lot of people get in shape, they feel good, they get thin, and it happens with comedy. It happens with show business. You're like, oh, I got a special, got to drop weight. Oh, I got an acting thing, got to drop weight. So then you're an angel. You look better in the face. You look better. Everything looks good. And then you're like, oh, I'm done. The project is done. The special's done. Let's get some pizza. And then you're like, I'm just going to do that tonight and stay on track. And slowly somebody gives you a cookie and your neck starts getting fat. And then you're like, ah, dude, it's just this weekend. And then, oh, but we got that party. Oh, they're getting a keg. Dude, I'm going to have 2 beers. And then all of a sudden you're like, well, the acting's over. Then the weight comes back and it's over. So I'm just going to try to stay on the problem with me, guys, is staying on a path like that. When I like something, I go. And then it's days in a row. And then I lie to myself. That's what happens. That's what happens. You know, dude, a couple days, drink a couple times. It's nothing, nothing. You know, be fine. Next thing you know, hey, dude, we're going to play pool and go bowling. You want to go? Yeah, all right, I'll be good there. 1, 2 beers. Next thing you know, I'm like, get another pitcher. Let's fucking go. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Speaking of acting, my friend is here for episode 600. I was going to give you some clues. Oh, he's a Cowboy fan. He's this, he's that. Ladies and gentlemen, here is my guest on episode 600 that I'm flying solo with, just because you deserve this guy in your life. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, Bret Ernst is here on the show. He's connecting his audio. Let's see if he gets here. Imagine he never came and it just said Bret Ernst now connecting, or you guys just see a black box. Oh my God, here we go. He doesn't know. There's no camera. He's gone. All right. Well, that's over. I want to thank my guest. I want to thank my guest, Bret Ernst, for being on the Virzi Effect for, I don't know, or having his name on the Virzi Effect for about 7 seconds. Thank you, Bret. We were going to talk Cobra Kai. We were going to talk. He's a Cowboy fan, so I'm sure there was going to be some shit talking there. I don't know if I'm getting a text. I don't know what's happening, but that sucks. So anyway, come and see me, Gramercy Theater, New Year's Eve, February 24th, the Den Theater, Chicago. 2 shows for my special. May 10th at the Troubadour in Los Angeles for the Netflix is a Joke Comedy Festival. Uncle Vinny's, January 27th, 28th in Point Pleasant, New Jersey. And then the week before that or 2 weeks before that, middle of January, Mohegan Sun. We're going to try Bret one more time. Here we go. Let's see. All right, we got the audio trying to connect. We got his name here. Let's see what. Oh,
hey, there he is.
Whoa, there he is. All right, dude. I've been telling everybody you're coming on here, and then you disappeared. How you doing? Look at you. I mean, I got to be honest with you, dude. Can I be honest with you? I mean, you're just a handsome kid. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, you got the hair back, the chain out. I mean, you're just a handsome. I mean, the only thing wrong with this picture is the Cowboys, but I get it. I get it. I got the Giants to combat it.
We're playing good ball, though.
You are playing really good ball. Thank you for being on here. You're on a very special episode. This is the 600th Virzi Effect. And, you know, I had to have my boy come on here. Hilarious comedian. You guys know him from that. You guys also know him as Cousin Louie in Cobra Kai. And tomorrow, my dude is going to be performing at the MMA Awards. Is that?
Yeah. I'm doing the MMA Awards tomorrow. I guess they're streaming it on like ESPN or something. I don't know.
You know, I didn't get into the fight. You know, listen, I didn't get into the fighting, but look, I can, you know, choke people out, but it wasn't really something I was into. I could have done it though. You know?
I'll tell you, when I was growing up, it was boxing, man. You know, everybody was
me
into
too.
boxing, and then MMA came later. And I remember the first ones, you know, where it was like all kinds of different fighting. There was like street fighters and bar fighters and boxers, and now it's morphed into one of the biggest sports in the world, you know?
I didn't think that UFC was going to do what it did when it came out, and my buddies were like, hey, watch it. I'm going, dude, I'll wait for the next Roy Jones fight. I'll wait for the next boxing thing. And then, dude, this thing took over. Dana White did it right. You know, main events every 2 weeks. It's incredible.
No, it's strong, man. It's strong. You know?
It's, yeah.
And MMA, you know, out here in Vegas, it's like their headquarters are here. So, you know, you see a lot of dudes with those fucked up ears.
Cauliflower
when you see a fucked up ear, just, you know, walk away.
Giannis Pappas had a great bit about that. He said that was like a house security system, but for your face, like the ADT, like the ADT alarm. Yo, you see a kid with cauliflower.
It's like the sign, beware of dog and owner.
Yeah.
No, those kids are tough, man. I mean, you know, a lot of that jiu-jitsu stuff that these kids, that they do, man. I mean, you know, because when it goes to the ground, you know, nobody trains for that.
No.
You know, and then, you know, you get these idiots that want to start fights. And, you know, I watch those YouTube videos when like these jerk offs start with like the guy that's really nice, and then they end up getting rolled. I love those.
Yeah. You know what's funny though? Like, I got friends that are delusional, but I was the type, like, were you the type that when you saw somebody do something, no matter how hard it is, you thought maybe if you worked at it for like 2 weeks, you could do it?
No, I was an honest assessor.
Oh, see me, I was like, I don't know. Like I had that delusion of like, if I hit like three pointers in a game, I'm like, look, if I worked on this, dude, I'm going Division I, dude.
Well, that's different than fighting. I mean,
right,
you know,
right.
But I grew up with, you know, I was a scrappy kid, but I was not the toughest out of my friends. You know what I mean? So, you know.
Yeah.
I've caught many an L. I did a joke like that. I said, I don't know how many fights I've been in my life, but I got at least 19 strong losses. Like epic.
I got to ask you about this, cuz I mean, your head of hair is strong. You don't have the genetics. Like, let me ask you something. Did your mother's father, your grandfather, did he have a full head of hair his whole life?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, that's what it is.
My godfather has a full head of hair. Knock on wood. I don't want to give myself the look. But yeah, you know, man, it's there's hair everywhere in my family.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, not me, dude. My shit was thinning. But anyway.
How old were you when it started going?
Well, the nice thing is I always had it short in high school. I would always have it short in high school, and the line just kept going back and back. But I would say like 20, 21 is when it started to, but luckily from like 18, I always had a buzz cut. But like your shit's going to be like that. You're going to be like, what's his name?
Right,
Rest his soul.
stop jinxing me, cuz. Stop jinxing me.
No, dude. It's already done. Like Frank Vincent, rest his soul. Remember Billy Bats had a nice head of hair until he was, it was strong for a long time.
Yeah, and the grays come in on the side a little. But I really get it in the beard, man.
What, the gray?
Yeah.
Hey, listen, better the beard. You shave down the face than have it on the head.
You got some in the chest, and then, when the pubes start showing up, that's when it's bad.
What's funny is yesterday we saw a coming attraction or a trailer for a new Steve Martin movie. And I said to my wife, I go, Steve Martin hasn't changed. And she goes, yeah, because the guy's had white hair since he was like 25.
Dude, there's a video of him as a young man with a full, his hair was dark and he was juggling. It was on like a show. But yeah, he's always looked the same. It's like him.
Yeah.
Terry Bradshaw, Fidel Castro, and Don Rickles. They all look the same age their whole life.
I love how Fidel Castro.
Yeah. You ever see pictures of that dude? He looks the same.
Yeah.
I guess they always looked older when they were younger and they just stayed that way,
Yeah. I want to talk about something without talking about it, because I was just telling the fans that, me and you were working on a project, and it's funny how when you work on something with somebody with the same sensibility, when you work with somebody on this, you work with somebody and you have the same sensibility, and like you guys can figure out and maneuver how each other thinks. But dude, I couldn't imagine doing it with somebody that was just like, those guys are like, no. What if you're like a lawyer? You're like, nah, dude, I don't. And it's just completely what you don't want. And like, so the creative difference in this business is crazy, man.
Yeah. I mean, and, I think it has to do too with, being stand-ups. I know for as long as I have, and being around other comics, you kind of, there are comedians that you have a similar voice to. And then there's some comics that you could write in their voice. Like, like sometimes I'll think of a joke and be like, oh, that would be great for so-and-so.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But, you're around comedy. I've been around it almost, it'll be 27 years in the end of April. So,
yeah, shit.
You just get people, you just get comics, especially if you're friends with
them. Wow. You're like 4 or 5 years more than me, but like, yeah, that's a long time doing it. And dude, you're great on Cobra Kai, man. You guys are doing, is that coming back?
Yeah. We just, we haven't shot season 6 yet because of the,
strike.
Yeah, the strike. But, we're going to be starting up in January because, the SAG finally signed their agreement, and that was before the holidays. So everything's on pause. Oh, it's always on pause before the holidays.
Dude, what would be great with the Cousin Louie character, and this hit me after, if Cousin Louie ended up trying to learn karate from,
Well, I sell cars. That's what I do on the show.
I know. But I just picture some guy coming in, like roughing you up. And then you just go, oh, there it is. There it is.
You got a new DiGio.
Oh, is that the black?
No, it's the Absolute Instinct. Strong. That's a stage scent right there.
Dude, it's one of the funniest things ever was the moment on Giannis's podcast where you actually, I said on stage once, and Mike Vecchione came up to me after I did the joke, and Mike Vecchione goes, come here, Paul, come here. He goes, the dude you just said you had a friend that was so Italian that he has a cologne dealer. He goes, was the friend Bret Ernst? And I go, yes, it was. And he goes, I fucking knew it. But you're the only person I know that meets somebody like discreetly somewhere in private to not get drugs.
Well, it's not it's not like he's not open about it, but like, yeah, I'll meet him in parking lots. He just texted me. He's like, I gotta pull it up. It's great too, man, because I get a good price on it.
Yeah.
Yo, he just texted me, yo, I got some cologne that came through. I'll text you what I got when I go check it out in like a day or so.
Yeah, like that's what like cocaine dealers, like that's the craziest text. Like I could see that in like a scene in a comedy movie where the cop calls you in and he goes, no, we got all the texts. You're meeting your buddy and you just start pulling out bottles. You're like, no, dude, this is like the cop tries.
That'd be funny if there was like a fucking sting. Like I show up and they all pull up and this guy's been, getting the cologne illegally from like a country that we have an embargo on or something.
He goes, dude, we just got the wiretaps that 6 new strands or 6 new kinds are coming in. You go, yeah, Aqua di Gio. You got this one. You got all different colors.
Well, here's the this is the other one I got too. This is the Profundo. This one's strong, man.
Oh, there's one out right now
These
that
are
they
my two favorite scents right now.
Yeah, those are amazing. But there's one out right now that they say, I don't know if it's just a commercial. There's a new one that say when the women smell it, there were all these testimonials where when a woman smells it, it's like a rat. And it's like going around now for the I gotta find it, dude. There's a big thing where they're going like it's actually a lady trap. If a woman smells it, she's going home with you.
Well, here's the thing, man. There's different chemical makeups for different people. So colognes smell different on different people, you know.
No,
so
is that true?
Yeah. Certain scents. I mean, you know, I happen to have
Wait. Wait, so Aqua di Gio is gonna smell different on your neck than my neck? No.
On most people, yeah. Like I have a more citrusy pheromone. I'm not a spice guy. Like I don't like the spicy ones. I like the more like I said, citrusy smells.
I have a little more, you know what I have? I have a little more, a lime lemon type base.
I have more of it. I'm into oud, like oud. I got an oud pheromone. No, I do. I like the lighter scents. And Creed, which is like it's expensive bottle.
Mm-hmm.
Aventus. But that takes like when I put that on right away, it doesn't really kick in until like maybe 40 minutes later. It smooths out. All right, so you have the time when you put it on too.
All right, so let me ask you this question. To any listeners of the Virzi effect that don't wear cologne, what would you say, like, for somebody that wants to try it? Like, what would be, like, the way if somebody asked me, right, Paul, I'm not into cigars like you, but I want to get into it. What's a cigar I should start with? To any listener right now listening to the show, what would you say, like, the first fragrance they should go with? What's like the icebreaker?
Again, you can't go wrong with a good DiGio, bro. I mean, they're all really good because they're softer scents, but they smell like, they smell professional. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. They smell good. They smell clean.
Yeah.
It's not strong.
Yeah. Like you can't go old man like Stetson. Remember Stetson?
Yeah, of course, man. I used to talk about this in my act, but I would, like, before I had a girl come over, I would spray my bed with cologne. Did you ever do that?
No. I sprayed in my car now. Yeah. Sometimes I'll give the car a nice mist, Lexus white leather. What's up? And you get a nice mist, but I never sprayed it on the bed.
Yeah. I would spray the bed with it. And before she comes over, and then,
How you doing, sweetheart?
Hey, go ahead, lay down, take a whiff.
That's great.
But no, it's good to use them. Like, what I find are knockoff brands, like, at like you can get at the drugstore. Those make great air like for the car.
The generic, yeah,
like the generic DiGio is great. The original DiGio. Dude, then there are those colognes that stand the test of time. I know. I used to love the Polo Green. There's a great one called Quorum that I used to wear back in the day, and it wasn't that popular. And I broke one out a while ago, and got a lot of compliments on it because a lot of younger people don't know about its existence.
I got the Polo Black. Seriously, I got the Ralph Lauren the black one. It's
Black
nice.
Is strong. Black is strong. I got everything in the garage. I have a little setup.
You fuck with cologne the way I fuck with sneakers. You're big with it, dude. You have like a lot.
I'm an Air Force One. I mean, look, I still always have a crisp pair of sneakers. I always go Air Force One, shell top, Adidas. I love. I've been wearing those my whole life. I just got a custom pair of Nikes made.
Nice.
I should break those out and show you. Those are strong.
Yeah, dude. When somebody breaks out the custom for you, it's so great.
Here, can I grab it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, and I want to show you. I got a new Tacchini.
All right. Now, you know what? I'll show you a new pair of Jordans I just got. All right. We're doing this. Didn't plan this. Did not plan this. Wait for it. I mean, only Bret would know all of these names of this shit.
Just for the record, this is the Sergio Tacchini I just got from Compliments of Staten Island Drip.
Oh, dude.
It's pretty dope, right?
That's so real nice.
It's cowboy colors. And then,
dude, you got to hang out with Tommy Cutlets. I think you two would.
Cutlets are strong. So I got these.
Oh, shit. Oh, wow.
You know,
those are yeah, those are nice. Those are clean. But you can't wear those other than a show, bro.
Well, I only wear these like, it's weird. I still have that poor kid mentality, right? So like, you know, because when I was a kid, you had one pair of sneakers that was like really nice. And I'm just used to taking care of them. Like I have sneakers that look brand new I've had for 5 years.
Oh, no, me too. But yeah.
But yeah, those I couldn't really find the original. I used to love the Georgetown Hoya Nikes. I don't know if you remember those. But
Giannis Papas has those. Those are the Hoya ones. Yeah, those are sick.
You know what else I liked, but you can't find? Do you remember the NYC Uptowns?
Yes, of course.
Which they had like the black patent leather on the tip and on the sides. Those were dope. I can't find those, man. I look for those online.
Patent leather. I have a weird thing with patent leather. It's like certain Jordans I like, but I get freaked out. But I'm not a big Jordan 4 guy, but I picked these up. I don't know if you're going to like these, but I saw them and I was like, now Jordan 4s, they have some plastic on them, which I don't like, but these, they actually turned it into leather. And these are just clean and green. I don't have too many green, but I ended up getting these puppies here. So if you see this, normally these are plastic. This is straight leather. And then this, they got the cream accents, the cream, and the Jordan logo is cream right there. So you wear these with a nice pair. I mean, these are tough, dude.
Where's the swoosh? Does it have a swoosh on it?
No, this is no. This is a straight Jordan.
A little jump man on it.
Yeah, it's got a little, yeah, and the jump, if you could see, I don't know if you could really see, but the jump man right here is cream. They got that cream thing. But here, you got suede, and then you got rough suede. It's really, really nice, man. So, yeah, and these are Nike Flights. And check the box. Hold on, the box is strong.
What's considered the holy grail of Jordans?
Yeah,
that's a nice font. That's a nice font.
So, I think the holy grail of Jordans would be, for me, it's the Jordan 3 white cements. They go for like $900. You can get them if you can get them on the release. I think they came out in 2017. I got them on the release. You got to be lucky. You got to time it. But dude, they're just, it's got the whole, I mean, it's probably the prettiest sneaker I've ever seen in my life. The Jordan 3 white cement. Yeah, dude, you got to dip them in holy water before
they're hard to find.
They're not hard to find, but if you get them now, you're going to pay, you're going to pay 9-10 times more, They're
called Jordan 3 white cement.
Yeah. Try to, yeah, those.
See, now I remember when Jordans came out the first year. See, yeah, man. Look, I gotta be honest with you. I'm not. Let me see. These are going for $280.
Oh, nice. No, well, Flight Club always goes more, but make sure they're like the original, the vintage.
Are these them?
Let me see.
See, I'm not I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it.
Okay, a little bit.
Here, hold on, let me turn this.
Yeah, no, I see it. Yeah, with the black in the back. Yes, I think so. Yeah. If the tongue is red, then yeah, that's it. Oh, I have these. I have these, but these are the Jordan.
It's got a red jump man on it.
Okay, yeah. These right here are the 4 white cements. Hold on. Now these are beat up. These aren't, but these are the 4 white cements. So it's this with the red here and that. So this is the 4. It's nice. This is plastics, which I don't love.
You know, like I said, man, when the first Jordans came out, man, I was never into those. They look like clown shoes to me, you know, because they had the Chicago Bull colors.
Yes.
And I didn't like that. I didn't like those colors. And then I remember for Christmas, I got my pair of the Hoya Nikes, which I love because they were cowboy colors. And I used to rock that back in the day with the straight leg Lees. This is middle school for me. So, that was when breakdancing first kind of came out and hip hop was just starting to get started. So like a lot of the kids would wear like straight leg Lees, the Tigra shirts buttoned up, and then I would rock the Hoya Nikes. But I used to have, which I loved, these cowboy starter jackets that used to say Cowboys, and they were like, they were dope. The Giants had a great one too, man. I don't know if you remember those, the navy blue with the red on the side and it said Giants.
Yeah. I'm getting
those
the white.
I liked.
I'm getting a white one. I'm getting the white Giants one, which is real strong.
Dude, I'm not a fan of the 90s stuff, man. I know that's like more your childhood, but like I didn't like the starter stuff there, man. And the Zuba shit they had with like the tiger stripes or whatever.
No, I didn't like that either. No.
I wasn't a big fan. I love the 80s. The 80s starter jackets were dope. Like, I don't know if you've ever seen like the 2 Live Crew album where they all got the University of Miami jackets on.
Yeah.
Those were fucking tight, bro.
Yeah,
Those are my 2 favorite jackets, the Hurricane jacket, the Miami jacket, and the Cowboys jacket.
Another pair of sneakers that's in my top 3 all time. I have one of them. I have a color of them. I have the blue ones on now. I just got the olive green ones, the army green ones, which are sick. And the originals are the red, but it's the Air Max 1. So I'll show you this one, you'd know too. This is,
yeah.
I mean, this is just, so this is the blue. The red was the original, and they just came out with an olive, like a Spanish olive, like an army green, dude. Nuts. These are crazy.
See, again, man, I mean, I was never really that big of a Nike guy. I mean, I liked the Air Force Ones, and that was it. I was more into shell tops and suede Pumas were dope.
So you're a little more old school. Like the suede Pumas are legendary classics.
I used to rock the fat laces on them, man.
Yeah.
I ironed them. You had to iron your shoelaces. How you doing?
Yeah, Isn't it funny though how tough kids that can fight and would fight cared about shit like cologne and fashion and dancing? Dude, I don't know if I ever told you this. I think we talked about this before. If we did, to my fans listening, excuse me. My grandfather, Frank Virzi, rest his soul. My father told me when he showed up to a nightclub, he said it was like Travolta in Saturday Night Fever, where it just parted ways and they were like, yo, Frankie's here. And like he would go out and he would fucking women love, but he would dance. But like you don't think of dancing as, but yo, he would be like, when he showed up, they were like, dude, this dude's about to cut a rug and tear this fucking club up, which is absolutely hilarious.
I'm not going to put this guy on blast because he's very close to me, but I had somebody that was very close to me that I kind of looked up to. That
a comedian or no?
No.
Okay.
And he told me he would wait in front of the club for the right song before he'd walk in. Isn't that tremendous?
Oh, that's dude.
So like, because he would say when you walk in, everybody looks and that's the song they associate you with. Like, dude, and he would come into that.
That's kind of real though. I kind of like that.
It's like psychology shit.
Dude, he was like, yo, because when they turn around and see me and like the hottest song is pumped. You know what song I'll never forget? I've never felt a club bump like this. And it was right when it came out. People didn't know what to do with themselves. Biggie's Hypnotize. And the whole club and outside you heard the beat. Dude.
Yeah.
And you walked into Hypnotize, and this was like right when a DJ first started playing it. So when it came on, people were like, oh, shit. Yo.
I'll tell you, one time I was at a club in Brooklyn called Pastels, and it was Friday night was like the big night. And I went in, my friends, we all went in, and I remember the show from Dougie Fresh came on. You know that song?
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. And then when it kicked in, the whole fucking place went nuts.
Dude.
And Yeah, I was like, yeah, because I love that song, man. But that was old school back then. You know what I mean?
That was old
I'll
school.
tell you a song that will always hit in any club when Planet Rock comes on. I don't give a fuck how old you are. When that song kicks in, the whole place goes nuts.
Wait, are you talking about the one? What's it called? What's
Planet Rock?
Yeah, the what's the guy with the hair?
You mean Africa Bambaataa?
Yeah, what's his name?
Africa Bambaataa. Hear this song.
I can't hear it. I can't hear it.
You can't hear it?
No.
Really? I don't know why you can't hear it. Here, pull it up. Maybe you can hear it on your side. It's at the phone now. Here, man.
Planet Rock?
Yeah, Planet Rock by Africa Bambaataa.
All right, hold on.
Dude, there's certain songs that are like, you know,
Hold on.
that remind me of fighting, like being in the club and fights break.
Can you hear this?
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
You can barely hear it though, but yeah,
Oh.
that song right there. You might have to mix it in. I don't know if you know how to edit.
Okay, well, anyway,
There's
sorry.
another song, Play at Your Own Risk, that used to come on. And I remember another song called Security by Beat Club. That reminds me of a huge fight that went on in the, like, we were at this warehouse party and that song was playing and it was like a fucking 20 on 20. Just a fucking brawl.
Let me ask you a
But
question.
it's like some of the gayest music some of the toughest guys fucking would dance to.
No, dude, some of the toughest guys would get, they would get their nails done, cologne. They go, they could dance. They were into fashion. If you think about it, like I'm talking about, okay, they're into hair. Think about that. They're into hair. They're into fashion. They're into jewelry.
Especially with it, like a lot of Italian, Spanish dudes are like, well, brothers are like this too. I call us the cologne cultures.
Yeah, yeah.
Like any guy that would go out in a sweatsuit and matching sneakers,
yeah,
wear a chain over the shirt, whatever. They're all into like the image. Like I have another funny story where a buddy of mine, we were out one time and he turned to me. He's like, yo, can I borrow $20? And I'm like, yeah. So I give him a 20 and he takes the 20 from me and goes to the waitress. Here you go, sweetie. That's for you.
Oh, dude, that's the best.
He tipped her right there.
That's the best, right?
He took my 20 and gave it to her. And, and that's the other thing too. Cause like, if you ask for it back, like you always get those guys that borrow money and then like, cause it's just enough where you're like a jerk off if you ask for it back.
Yeah.
So, they're like, yo, let me hold 100 real quick. And then if you go like 2 weeks later and then you're like, yo, where's that C note I lent you? And then they're like, oh yeah. Okay. Here. You're like, now you're the asshole.
Yeah, I know.
But you're not going to ask for $20 back. You know what I mean?
No, you would do that. Dudes would do that at casinos and strip clubs where they'd be like, yo, dude, can you just throw me like, dude, I'll get you, and they give you like 2 20s. And then if it gets forgotten, you're not going to ask back.
No, of course.
Let's see.
That's a good question. What's the number? What number do you ask back?
All right, cool. We got about 10 minutes left. 100.
Really?
A C note, if I give you a C note and it's never talked about again, for me, it's more the principle of it. I don't care about the 100, but like if you know that I gave you a crispy C note and I did you a solid in the moment you needed it, and then you ignore it, that's a little, I'm like, come on, yo.
All right, so I would say anything over 500.
Wow.
That would be like, but I lend money. I won't ask for it back, but
yo, you want to go to the casino next time I'm out there? Let's go to the casino.
Well, that's the thing. No, that's how you get it back. Right. So then you go out one time and you're like, yo, float me 100 real quick. And then you act like you forgot about the 100 you lent them. And then it's like a whole charade. You know how it's a whole fucking charade.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And who's going to pay? You pay. No, you pay. Like there's a fight over who's going to pay.
Our friends, they want to pay. That was like one of the first bits I wrote. I got it. No, you got it. And then you know, they would argue over paying the check. I saw two guys get into a fight one time at a bar. I was 21 and they had to have been in their 40s. And it was in New York. It was in Brooklyn. And the guy goes to order drinks, right? And he starts to order. And then the little guy next to him goes, "Oh, you didn't see me standing here." So then this guy goes, "Oh, I'm sorry. Here's my order. And I'll buy him drinks." Then he goes, "Fuck you. Here's my order. I'm going to buy his drinks." And they were arguing over buying each other drinks and they got in a fight.
Oh, yeah. Giannis, it's a Greek thing too. Giannis's father and uncle got into a physical altercation of who was going to pay the bill. They actually, he said it got into a physical thing. But I got a question for you, because before I knew you, before me and you became friends, I saw you do comedy from afar, of course. You know, I was a little younger, and you were on the Wild West tour, Vince Vaughn's Wild West tour with Steve Byrne, and I remember John Caparulo.
The movie was me, Sebastian, John Caparulo, and Met. And then Byrne he wasn't in the documentary, but he did the live shows with us.
Okay, so Steve Byrne did the live shows, yeah. So I remember watching that, and you had that classic joke, which is still, I would say, probably one of the most classic jokes that's online, and it was the roller skating thing with the Tony, the fuck Tony bit, where there was always the one guy at the roller rink who was always better, and he would wait for the song. What was that song? What's the name of that song?
Don't Stop the Rock by Freestyle.
Okay, Don't Stop the Rock, yeah. And it had like that techno intro, and when you did it, everybody got into it. And cuz the first time I saw you, when you said, "And then he's got this move," and you go down on the one leg with the foot out, dude, I was like, I got to meet this kid, man. I was like, that is the greatest.
It was called shooting a duck. That's what they used to call
it. Yo, the leg out, and you go, and then he would go into this move. That was so, dude, that was so great, man.
But that's, you know, that's a generational thing too, man. You know, I don't think a lot of the younger kids, well, actually now roller skating came back, and you would see these videos of those guys shuffle skating and to the music, and they're older, but that's what those guys were like when we were kids. They were doing that shit.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, I'm just trying to fucking play video games and hopefully, you know, make out with a chick. I don't want to get chucked in the fucking skate wall. You're fucking 30 when we're 10.
Yeah. Well, I want you to plug your shit, dude. I want you to plug everything. I'm so happy that you jumped on here for a while, dude. And we got to do it again, because we could talk forever. But what do you got coming up where people can see you?
Well, when is this coming out?
Tomorrow.
Okay. New Year's Eve, I'm in Chicago. That weekend, I'm at the Improv.
Here's the thing. I would plug that, but I got New Year's Eve in New York, and Chicago people are going to come fly over here. So, but listen, imagine that's how.
Imagine that.
Imagine that's how. I'm like, listen, I would plug that, but maybe you never know.
I'm offering vacation packages for people to fly out and see my show.
You're like, yo, I'm in Honolulu. Look, I got some fans out there that might come out here. Just a fucking lunatic.
I don't want to promote it. It's contradicting. I know I'm 4,000 miles away.
Yeah.
But, you know, I got fans there that might fly in. I'm offering vacation packages.
Yeah, check out Bret New Year's Eve in Chicago. Check me out, New York City, Chicago, Gramercy Theater. Tickets are going. I'm doing my next special in Chicago, the Den Theater, February 24th. 2 shows. Second show's almost sold out. First one's halfway there. And we got Uncle Vinny's in January. We got Mohegan's Son, and I'll be at the
Don't you do this once
Netflix.
a week?
What's that?
Don't you do your podcast once a week?
Yeah, but I still plug the shit.
Oh, okay. You can't just tell them, if they're listening to you, then they know you, and just tell them to go to your schedule.
Yo, go to paulvirzi.com. If you're in Chicago New Year's and you feel like flying to New York.
Yeah, and if you want to check out mine, go to bretcomedy.com, Bret with 1 T. And if you're in New York, you want to fly to Chicago and see me New Year's Eve.
Listen,
Bret Comedy, Bret with 1 T. Comedy.com.
Me and Bret are gonna cross paths with our flights, so you get a package.
I'm flying out. You're just, you know, I know you don't go out of state. They don't bring you out of state much.
Listen, I got a JetBlue package for all my fans in Chicago. It's economy, but you know,
I got this deal with Southwest. I could guarantee you in a B group.
Look, you know the way they only give one complimentary drink? If you come to my show, I talk to them. You're going to get two.
Two drinks and unlimited peanuts and pretzels. and B, you're guaranteed a B. So you don't have to worry about checking in.
I know they don't give everybody a blanket and a pillow, but we talk to them. If you want a nap, you're going to get a Southwest pillow, blanket, JetBlue pillow. Oh, cuz, dude, it's so great to, all right, we got 2 more minutes here. What's going on for next year, Bret? What's the goals? What are we doing here? What's the Bret Ernst stuff? Are you one of those real quick? Because we got 2 minutes. Are you one of those, what's it called? New Year's resolution? Uh-oh. No, he's freezing. Oh, there you go.
No, not really. I don't do it. I mean, I'm pretty consistent all year.
Yeah.
Like I quit drinking. I mean, I'm usually doing shit all year round.
With me, it's like usually a New Year's resolution is to get better, but like I've been so good, things are so good. I try to get worse. So I'm going to drink a little more. Those.
Yeah, I want to. I like when my back's against the wall. No, I do it all year round. I don't need any motivation, I'm like David Goggins. You know who that is?
I don't mind a panic attack every now and then. I think I'm going to cut my therapy, just tell him.
I like to gain a lot of weight and then fucking lose it again,
It's like a game I play with myself because I'm so disciplined.
Yeah. I get bored. I'm so disciplined. Like I said, I'm like David Goggins. You ever hear David Goggins?
Yeah, therapy was working, and then I figured, why make it easier? A man goes through it with no help.
Yeah, no problems. I give up. You know what I do every year though? I reset my bank account. Like I just give everything I earned that year away, and then I just fucking rebuild it. Oh,
I love you. Oh, yeah, I like what I do. It was over when you said I like when my back's against the wall. Yeah, I just don't like it easy. I don't know what it is.
This is my New Year's resolution right here to get 8 more of these in different fucking colors. Shout out to Staten Island Drip.
Bret, you're the best, dude. So glad. Next time we talk, we're going to talk football. We got to get out of here right now because there's less than a minute on this recording.
Hey, I need Tommy Cutlets to at least split with the Eagles, man. Just get one in.
You and me both. Check out Bret's dates. Go see him in Chicago New Year's. Come see me New Year's, and I'll see you guys. See you guys next week, man. Thanks so much, buddy.
All right, later, dog.
Talk to you soon. Bye.